Emperor's Divides and things like that. 9 seconds to go as BDD considers his options. You want a team fighter and you want to add some ranges. Never mind! All right, Lehens. We're just going all in. So this means the bottom lane is either, it's like a ride or die. You know, either we hit that hook and we kill someone or it's over.
Yeah.
All right. Well, already Lehens is flashing. What the heck is going on? Keen's diving into everyone, and they're all grouped up. Keen's almost dead, but he survives.
Well, there's no heal on Varus anymore. They're going to delay the back.
Oh, God, the value.
That was a...
Are they going to go for more? Yeah, I mean, BDD can just do it again.
Yeah, actually, regular Q, he didn't mantra that one. I don't believe that. Prevents Cuz from doing a lot. Okay, hold that thought.
Yep, Repel going to come on over as Willa does find the cocoon, but they didn't have a ward in the brush. BDD might have to flash, but instead he mantras the W. Now he's going to have to flash to get out. Willa just needs a Q, but an auto attack will do, and he manages to pick that up. But Cuz is now looking for Willa off to the side. Good cocoon is going to connect again. As Willa's getting chased down. No red buffs to worry about, though, as now Closer that Hawk shot. Lehens is going to walk on down. Dredgeline at the ready. We'll see whether they can actually win this fight. There it is, going to connect onto Kyle, but does have a cocoon available, and this is the point in the game where BDD is still very strong. Does a lot of damage. Level 5 has access to an R button. That feels good. Envy going to take a bit of damage there. As you can see, they're juggling the Drake as well, but still taking a fair bit of damage themselves. BDD going to lock down Closer. One more auto is going to do it. The Drake is going to be taken. And Willa's just going to look to get out of there. Cuz dashing on forward. Envy in the back of the pit wants to get the kill onto the monkey. As BDD was snared up, and Envy eventually has to flash to get over that wall. Oh, that's real dangerous. High-value dragons on the Rift at this point in time is, all right, that's a hook that's going to connect, though, as Envy going to get locked down. Another turret shot would have done it, but it's not going to happen. One more auto from Amy. He doesn't get there. Now the autos from Kyle are coming in. Willa wants to try and find it. The Volatile's fighting and picks it up. Lehens tried to flash in front, but the AoE.
It's going to be a large percentage of this damage is Arrow.
Arrow is going to connect there onto Lehens. Chains of Corruption comes through as well, and Cuz is now fighting with Willa. There's the Cyclone. Envy going to get knocked up, and they manage to get the kill. Now Cuz flashing away, wanting to get out of this one as the volley comes in. The flash forward, and Willa is going to be able to pick that one up. Now BDD's making his way down. Closer, hot pursuit. And now aiming, can he actually find it is the question. Closer has the ultimate available as Willa is going to die to the Karma, but the Caitlyn falls down immediately afterwards. Now it's a 2v2, but the Q misses from BDD. He has the blue buff as the Dredgeline gets Lehens to relative safety. Kyle trying to escape as well as BDD. He may have been baited. The Q doesn't land.
Who does a lot of damage, and Azir that they fight. As okay, another
arrow will connect, but the Titan's Wrath did come up. There's the flash forward from Envy, and he picks up the kill, and that's going to mean blue buff as well.
I think it's going to have to be Lehens being a hero somehow in a comp where it's hard to be.
Well, Closer is now going to find the Emperor's Divide, and BDD is really going to struggle here. No flash available, no real hope. He's pretty tanky as the arrow going to be narrowly avoided. He does, now have Bertle to deal with as well. So Closer picks up the kill. Point blank like that is Keen having to dash about a trillion times to get out of the way of Bertle here, who's just chasing after him. All right, let's see whether this is going to work out as the all-in does come forward. Bertle's in trouble, one more, but it's not enough, and Bertle turns it around.
You know what's so interesting about this series in particular is it all goes back to... Okay, hold on. I don't want to get on...
Oh, dear. He's dead.
He's clearly doing a lot better than what our expectations were, and to be dismantled by D+K is more of a good thing by D+K rather than a bad one for Live Sandbox. And in this game, the draft here for KT is just going to struggle. This is just one extra auto. Very close there.
I think Keen thought he'd just kill him with that auto. Yeah. Because that click wasn't to try and kill him again. As, at least Cuz is able to tidy it up.
Very bizarre there, but Cuz does clean it. Nice. And then? Oh, I thought we were going to get there. Yeah, remember last time you mentioned it, the Karma was really strong at that point in the game. Not so much here.
Arrow will connect immediately. Cleanse comes through. Aiming won't have that for the potential team fight. Well, Keen grouped up with his team for the first time. Arrow is going to sail and connect to the Caitlyn, but Bertle doesn't have an R-bar anymore. No real option right now as the Chains of Corruption come through.
The Azir damage is real. You can really feel it. There's not a lot of trade back here for BDD, but they have to stick to this Drake now. They have to go for the smite.
It's going to be a 50-50, and it's the Elise that takes it. Cyclone now going to come through. A couple of knockups for Cuz. but can't really find too much more. A golden spider looms over the battlefield as KT. They'll find at least the Varus, and now the Caitlyn's getting some work done. BDD locks down the Azir as Bertle is running for the hills. KT somehow find a team fight.
Now Keen.
Okay, Kyle, I think you might be dead, sir. And there it is. Cuz gonna lock that one down. I'm in two minds right now, Wolf.
Yeah.
As we check out the replay. I'll come back to the story. You take us through.
Well, yeah, this replay is really just KT pulling the Drake. The Caitlyn traps here are actually really problematic for Liv Sandbox's comp. They can't really close the gap here, so most of the damage, once the Azir is kind of pushed away, is really not there. And Bertle, once they go past the trap, Bertle's like, well, I also have this trap problem I have to deal with. I don't have an R-bar. And the rest of KT just is all as one, whereas Liv Sandbox are very split. Kyle just goes straight up your top to try to back as fast as possible, which I think is probably the best option for him in this case, but he still dies. And that's the end of that fight. But what were you going to say?
So I was thinking that if KT do manage to find the
value out of their money, but not as much as a Caitlyn would, and the Drake goes to Liv Sandbox with that second smite. So, you know, a lot of ways KT win, but how much did they really win? How much did they actually gain?
Keen gonna have to all out as Bertle's gonna get pushed back onto the turret. Now Keen is looking for the second one. Will is like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do? The arrow sails by magnificently, and now Kyle is gonna find Keen. I thought maybe it'd be the moment, but with the ghost he gets out. Oh ho ho! That was that 2018 Keen we were talking about. Aiming. We'll sort that one down. They're going to need to kill closer, and this might be their opportunity. He's in the sky for about 3 years, and Cuz is eventually going to press Q and take down the pigeon.
This is the Baron. It's going to be an awkward fight here. Envy needs to hit that damage.
Well, Arrow is going to connect. Fair bit of splash lands onto KT, but they're otherwise absolutely fine. And Willa, he'll need to get in there. Cocoon is going to connect as K'Sante happy to tank things up here. Hail of Arrows doing a fair bit of work. But Willa's nowhere near this pit. They're not going to be able to stop this as Keen playing frontline. Willa now over the wall. BDD trying to stop him. He steals it away! And it's a massive gnaw from Bertle into the wall as well, as Willa's going to be taken down, and now KT are looking for the team fight. Bertle finds a huge wallop, but he's still going to be able to walk it out. All right, a couple of kills do come through. 8's in the hole, secures the double for aiming.
Unfortunately here for Cuz, perhaps a panicked reaction there as the walls are closing in around them. Going to go back to Closer here after losing his ultimate. Just has no vision here whatsoever. These types of set plays are why KT are still in this game. Now you get the opportunity to start up Baron. And you win the team fight here because there's no Azir, but you lose the Baron. As Willer just waits around the edge here. They have a control ward. And just waits for the first smite, smites it away. Like, the timing is so easy for him because the smite is so missed that he just goes, okay, and steals it. Now the fight is lost. And KT win this one off of that Azir pick because they're finding these angles, set play, watching where the vision is. Take that Azir's ult away, take the Azir off the map. Bertle wants to use this Gnar bar before it times out, but he doesn't have, his team isn't close enough. They're just going to push mid instead and try to slow us down. It's only a solo Cloud Drake, so I like this call from Liv Sandbox actually to just say, not push mid, but you need to actually get value mid. They're collapsing late.
Oh, Willa, he just walked in and steals it. That's the soul, but he's going to have to give up his life for it. We'll see whether that's going to be worthwhile, but he's going to stun him up with his passive.
I mean, they were concussive blows. The ability is not called that, but I mean, that's what they
somewhat concussive.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, aiming. Gonna have to get out of the way. This one does so. Had a nice buffered net there. Doesn't have the cleanse back available just yet. Does have some items.
Part of the reason why this smite steal happens, notice where Willer is standing here. They don't have vision of him. Okay, this one is much more forgivable. That was 60 damage off. But they don't know where the rest of Liv Sandbox are rotating back into, so he can kind of casually walk.
That's what it was.
Wise.
All right, Arrow's going to get towards that back line as the Mantra does come through, so Radiant Virtue doing a lot of work here for BDD. Closer got into the back line. He landed a huge Emperor's Divide onto a Karma with 1 billion health. I think 4 is probably still going to be pretty relevant, especially with no real tank, as the Arrow going to sail by. Mantra Q connects there, and BDD actually doing a fair bit of damage here.
Let this one go, but don't do it again.
As Arrow connects on aiming, he is once again going to use the cleanse, this time to avoid us. Okay, that is a very cute little cocoon. BDD goes golden though. And now Liv Sandbox gonna have to does have real flash as well, so at a moment's notice, he could be right behind them. Kyle spots him out. They have that information. BDD just walked over. Didn't even need to use the teleport as Emperor's Divide pushes Lehens right on in there. Cuz Cyclone now on cooldown. Dredgeline goes wide. It's a bit of a disaster as the arrow connects onto Lahen's, but he stays alive. Closer now, Golden, and once again punished. Oh my goodness, Keen's going to find Willa, and he's having a field day. This Cassante is having the best time ever. As KT, they'll move back to the Elder, and there is no Azir to help in these team fights.
This Elder is, recent.
Oh, don't do it again, KT.
I think they're going to try to, and this could come back. Now, Bernal is losing his Narbar. This is very difficult for Live Sandbox to win.
All right, KT, please turn. Please turn, please.
They're going to turn.
All right, well, they're back on. Willa's not dead. Willa, he's still in that brush. As you can see, so much damage for this Cassante, and I didn't know that I was going to say that. As Willa does show himself, they know that he's right over. Another arrow comes in. Chains of Corruption are going to connect as Lahen's getting taken down very, very low. Willa gets on in there, and they need to save Stolen again! Are you kidding me, KT? Why? Why?
How did this happen again? Repel, he does it out of Repel. You can just hold the damage. He can't do anything while he's in Repel. How did that happen? Triple.
I'm baffled. I'm completely baffled, Wolf, as Emperor's Divide. Aiming does have a stopwatch, but guys, he's dead.
How did KT win a game that they couldn't win and then lose it? How did they do that? How did it happen? Oh man, I mean, that should never have occurred. Willer out of Repel gets the steal, and it's a wipe, and I'm speechless.
Yeah, I don't know. What do we say?
3-4 and 2 Elise is getting the POG vote. That's all I can say, Atlas.
Yeah.
This game is not a happy one for either side.
Well, Lahen's is going to get some knockups. There you go. This was... Oh dear.
Nobody walks out of game one happy.
Nope.
Nobody walks out of game one happy, Atlas. Not a single player. Maybe Willer. Only Willer gets to walk out happy.